Ambassador Kexthal's crystalline form trembled as he approached the podium of the Galactic Council. The ancient chamber, which had witnessed countless diplomatic crises over millennia, had never hosted a discussion quite like this one. Honored delegates, Kexthal began, his voice resonating through the translation matrix. I stand before you as the sole surviving representative of the Vaktheri Empire. I come to warn you all about the species you call humans. A murmur rippled through the assembled aliens. The Vaktheri had been one of the galaxy's dominant powers for over 2,000 years, a militaristic civilization that had conquered dozens of worlds through superior technology and ruthless efficiency. Their sudden disappearance from galactic affairs had puzzled many species. 6 months ago, Kexthal continued, my people made what we thought was a minor incursion into human space. A single colony world called Haven Prime. The planet held strategic value, rare minerals, favorable positioning. We estimated it would take 3 days to subdue the primitive inhabitants. The Zephyrian delegate leaned forward. What happened to your invasion fleet? Kexthal's form flickered with what could only be described as trauma. They fought back. Not just the military, everyone. Farmers with hunting rifles, children with improvised explosives, elderly humans manning anti-aircraft guns. They turned their entire world into a fortress. Surely your superior technology, began the Altarian representative. We had superior technology, Kexthal interrupted. Energy shields, plasma cannons, orbital bombardment capabilities. But humans don't fight like civilized beings. They fight like cornered animals. They used our own weapons against us, turned our tactics into traps, and when all else failed, they detonated their own infrastructure rather than let us claim it. The council chamber fell silent. Most species, when faced with overwhelming force, would negotiate or surrender. The concept of total resistance was alien to their civilized minds. The colony cost us 30 ships and 10,000 soldiers, Kexthal continued. But it was just one world. We decided to make an example, to show these humans the price of defiance. Director Yelmon of the Peaceful Consortium spoke carefully. What did you do? We launched Operation Cleansing Fire. 50 dreadnoughts, the pride of our fleet. Our target was Earth itself, the human homeworld. We would glass their planet and end their resistance once and for all. The silence stretched until it became uncomfortable. Finally, the Kethmori counselor asked the question everyone was thinking. Where's your fleet now? Kexthal's form dimmed to almost nothing. Gone. All gone. We approached Earth expecting to find a frightened, primitive world. Instead, we found hell. He activated a holographic display showing the wreckage of what had once been mighty Vaktheri warships. They were waiting for us. Hidden weapons platforms throughout their system. Ships that looked like civilian transports but carried enough firepower to cripple dreadnoughts. Their entire species had been preparing for war. But 50 dreadnoughts, someone protested, became 50 targets. Kexthal finished. Humans don't fight fair. They don't honor rules of engagement. They use kamikaze attacks, viral warfare, weapons that should be banned by every civilized code. When our flagship's shields failed, they rammed it with a cargo freighter carrying antimatter charges. The ambassador's voice dropped to a whisper. We retreated to our home systems, thinking distance would save us. But humans don't forgive. They followed us. Every world, every station, every ship. They hunted us across 17 star systems like a plague of vengeance. What became of your people? Asked the Silhuri delegate, her bioluminescent skin pulsing with distress. Extinct, Kexthal said simply. Every Vaktheri world is now a human colony. Our great cities are museums. Our warriors are footnotes in their history books. They didn't just defeat us, they erased us from existence. He turned to address the entire council. I survive only because they allow it. As a warning, the humans wanted the galaxy to know they're not prey. They're not victims. They're the species that ends other species. The chamber remained silent long after Kexthal departed. In the months that followed, no species dared test humanity's patience. The age of human supremacy had begun.